Hello everyone, Timer over here and welcome. Today we are going to be taking a look at the upcoming early access title, Embark. So Embark is a colony management game similar to other games like RimWorld, Dwarf Fortress, with even some elements of The Sims and Minecraft. Now, if you're new to the channel, I am a very big fan of RimWorld. So what intrigued me about the game when I was looking it up was its similarities to RimWorld, but it was 3D. So I reached out to the developer, Overly Complicated Games, and to see if they had any keys available, and sure enough they did, and they were kind enough to give us one here for the channel. So I'm going to be taking a look at this. It is coming out on Early Access Steam on April 18th, so tomorrow, from when this video is going live, and we're gonna go ahead and hit new game. I did go through the tutorial. There is a tutorial. It's kind of a basic tutorial just to get you started, and you know, I wanted to get a little bit feel for the game before we jumped right into a let's try or let's play here. So I did go through that, but it does, you know, it's very limited because we are still in alpha and very early access here. So obviously the usual disclaimer applies here. So we're going to go ahead and just click new game to get things started here. So we have our little globe here. And as far as I know, we can't really do anything to these other planets, or moons, I should say. They're sort of just there decorative. But on our main planet here, we can select, we can, you know, rotate around using the middle mouse button, and we can select our starting location. I've gone ahead and just looked over here. I like this little archipelago group of islands over here. There is a functionality for randomizing. We can hit this randomize button and the map seed will generate a new map seed, but the preview does not actually go. Does not actually update. So to get that preview, you need to actually click on the map, and then it'll generate. It does take a little bit of time, needs some optimization, but nothing major. I see no reason not to go ahead and just do this map right here. It looks like we'll have some water nearby, and so on and so forth. We could, so this is the buildable area as far as I know. And your starting location is right here. Now, I believe the starting location is at the top of this, but you know, in my initial interpretation of this was that you could start anywhere within this line, this white area. But so far, it seems like my group starts in the top part of this. So I don't know. That might be, you know, a thing here. But it does look like we'll have some water. Whether or not this is fresh water, we'll have to wait and see when we get in the game. But, you know, anything inland is, you know, is a chance of having fresh water, it seems. The ocean obviously does not have fresh water. Whether or not they can actually drink from it, I don't know. But eventually you'll get like aquifers and you need a water source. So we want to be near water, at least initially. So let's go ahead and we're going to go on difficulty of normal. Looks like we'll have elevation, all this stuff. Temperature will range between 64 degrees Fahrenheit and 148 degrees Fahrenheit. That's a huge temperature increase there, to be honest. 64 is okay though. So let's go ahead and hit next. If you're familiar with RimWorld or Dwarf Fortress, you'll be familiar with sort of setting up your colonists. This has a very RimWorld-esque feel to me. We have our starting colonists. I believe this means that there's a relationship between the two, but I could be wrong. We have a lot of points left over with these people. So let's take a look here. What I want to do is I want to make sure just to have a good set of groups of starting things. So we have a good miner. We have some novice farming going on. That's fine. Do we have a woodcutter? We do have a woodcutter. That's okay. Very bold. Okay, and what else? Woodcutter, that's fine. Crafting should be okay. I'm fine with this starting group. We will be naming our colonists after viewers who have requested that in our viewer name request form. So we're going to go with Teak Balang. Oops. Teak Balang. If I can type today. There we go. Asha, you are going to become Big Al. Big Al. And Madame, you are going to be Amadeus. There you go. India, you are going to become boss of this. My gosh, my fingers are all off. Boss of this gym. There we go. Boss of this gym. Welcome. Susanna, you are now Nawaf. And welcome. All right, so we still have some points left. We can add a couple things. What I think I might do is add a few rations. Can I get... No. I could probably get... I could get more tools. Few tools. Some tools. No, you know what? I think the rations are going to be more important. We can't really get anything else. I could probably tweak some of our characters, but you know what? This is fine. I'm fine with this. So let's go ahead and hit Embark. So now we're going to generate the terrain. We're going to jump in and we're going to see our world. So yeah, the actual environment here is going to be multi-layered. So we can go up and down on the various levels and build down into the ground or up into the sky or so on and so forth. And I typically will start my colonies in this game underground just for, easy accessed rooms and so on and so forth. But we will most likely eventually be moving back to topside and start building some additional things because, as you can see, you can get some pretty swanky locations here by that little intro video or intro picture. So let's hit OK. We're gonna spacebar, or at least I made my pause spacebar. I don't think that's how it was defaulted, but I can't remember. But I made it spacebar because that's what I'm used to. WASD will move you around, move the camera around, and the middle mouse button to rotate it. Hold that down and move your mouse around to rotate the camera here. And yeah, and you actually have Z will increase the level, X will lower the level. So as you can see, we have various different levels that we can build and dig down into, which is fantastic. You can bookmark views, which is very helpful. So say right now we want to bookmark this view. I'll hold down Control and hit the alpha 1 or the number pad 1. And then what we can do is we can go underground, hit X as we go underground, and then we can hit Alpha or Control 2 to bookmark this. And then we can toggle between the two by hitting Shift 1 and Shift 2. And you can bookmark that numerous times. I think 1 through 9, if my memory serves correctly when I was looking at the key bindings. You can take a look at that. But that's very helpful, especially as we get moving, because we are going to be building underground here shortly. So this is the map. As you can see, it's pretty large. We've got a good bit of territory to mosey around in, which is fine. Looks like we have some resources over here. We have our overlays in the top left-hand corner. We've got our normal overlay. We've got our military mode. Take care of the colony's defenses, assign workers to squads, and give them orders. It also highlights some, things on the map. Doesn't look like we have any hostile things right now, but in my other test games I found wolves. There, see, that's a fly. Looks like a nest of some sort over here, and there's a wolf over there. So those are red. This is not red, although the wolf was red at one point. So I don't know, they may not be. Maybe other things might be contributing to hostile notifications here, or the red just means something else. I don't know. But yeah, so we have some birds, sheep, and so on and so forth that we can eventually hunt. That's great. Here is our group of starting colonists right there. If we hit the water mode overlay, we'll get fresh water stats across the map, which looks like our best starting location is going to be right here. Good bit of fresh water. I'm not sure yet how to read what's in parentheses. I believe that's quantity of some sort. However, it's, I didn't get that far into the game. So I don't know how far or how much it decreases, how long that 156 will last, or so on and so forth. But we have a number of different freshwater pockets on this map, at least nearby. Where are we at here? So yeah. Well, you're kind of close, but no, I think we want to move up into this general area. There was nothing up here, correct? Yeah, nothing really up there. So yeah, let's move up here, and I think that's going to be fine. I'm going to go ahead and set up a stockpile right now, because this is one of the first things the tutorial has you do. We are going to go ahead and put prepared food up over here somewhere. Let's just go like right next to the thing here. So I'm just going to make a little area right there for food and drink. We'll put wood right here. We will grab some walls. Nah, we don't need walls right now. Ore, because we're going to be doing some digging. And we'll probably hit some ore. Dirt, soil is going to definitely be a thing that we need to store. But we could probably store that, you know, maybe over here. I don't know. We'll probably dig into the ground over this way. Just dig down and go from there. Yeah, too bad we don't have a large area, because we're going to have to go down probably 3 layers, if not 4, just to keep our you know, top layer, so we don't like break in and have like a weird thing going on. Jewelry, clothing, stone. Let's get something down for stone as well. There we go. Now we can prioritize these different stockpiles, but for right now that's fine, as long as I have some place to go to. I will do sort of like a catch-all thing, everything, and just put you probably right there, and just put you at a lower priority so that, you know, people fill up the actual designated locations right now. Now we can't, yeah, it doesn't look like you can rename these things, which is a shame, but we'll deal with it. All right, so we got that going. Let's take a look at the job screen here. So if you're familiar with RimWorld or Dwarf Fortress, this might look familiar. However, unlike RimWorld, the priorities are based on the number. The higher the number, the higher the priority. So here, if we want Big Al to mine first, well, you know, 6 is the highest priority, but that seems about right. So our miners are Nawaf and Big Al. Do we want either of them to do something else, though? It doesn't look like we have too much. You know what? Let's put Big Al back down to a 3. Nawaf is going to be our main miner, and we'll probably get the pickaxe that we have. Big Al, you are going to be, I think, our woodcutter. Well, boss of this gym, you've got the higher skill in woodcutting, so I'm going to go ahead and increase you to that. Everybody else can pretty much do the mining stuff except for those that have dashes. So boss of this gym can't farm, he can't mine, and he can't carpentry. But everybody else can do it. They're just not as experienced in it. Now, I'm still not sure what the stars mean. If they're similar to things like the burning passion and so on and so forth in RimWorld, it means they might learn better or quicker. But I've not confirmed that yet, because if you look at these things, well, that one says 1.7, 1.4. So yeah, that's what it is. Do we have anybody with a single star? It doesn't look like it. But like you can see, Amadeus here will have 1.5 times speed of learning these things, whereas Big Al here has 1.2. So it's not a huge increase, the double star, and you know, we don't have anybody with a single star to compare that to, but it's something. So that's good to know. All right, do we want to give, no, carpentry, we'll deal with that in a little bit. You know, wood cutting though, yeah, that's probably, we're going to increase you to a 3, and good. All right, boss of this gym, you need the tool. You want the poor hatchet, because the hatchet will increase your wood cutting ability. And you can give that to anybody and it will increase their abilities with wood cutting. But for the most part, I'm just giving it to the higher priority person, because I'm going to want this person, boss of this gym, wood cutting at all times if I want a job done, and at least early game. Maybe later we'll make, you know, do something else with that. Boss of this gym, we've got you taken care of. And then Nawaf, let's give you the poor axe to increase your mining. Excellent. All right, so let's take a look at the job thing because I do want to increase hauling for people. Go there and go there. Go up to 4 for right now. We can go with 6. That's going to be fine. And Big Al, you can't do that. So what are we going to have Big Al do? Well, I guess he can just start cutting down trees, and that's going to be fine. All right, so harvest trees. Where's our... over here. Right. So we're going to close out of there. We can click here to harvest trees or just hit T. And I'm going to go ahead and just have them harvest this little bit over here. All right, let's start the game. Enough chit chat. All right, so we do have a research button here, but we don't actually have a research thing yet. So we're going to have to wait on that, a research station. What are you guys doing? Oh yeah, this is, look at all of our stuff. That's a pretty far run. I don't know, maybe we should have set up shop over here. But again, in my test games, I don't know all the ins and outs of the water. It made a deal about looking for your water and like setting up near water. But I think our people just drank wherever. All right. Anywho, let's go ahead and get started. We need some shelter. So in my test games, I basically just went and used the surrounding environment here to do that. And mainly just dug down into the earth in order to get things started. Which, yeah, we're gonna have to go 3 layers deep because of these breaks. We don't have enough like open-y area to do more than that. Which is fine. That's fine. We'll have right here will be our starting location. We'll be able to come out, get some water. We'll have a swimming pool. It'll be fantastic. So with digging, you can hit the dig button down here or just hit G, which is the quick button here. And by default, the first thing is you're going to do 2 blocks of depth. And what does that mean? Well, if we look, right now it looks like 1 block. But if we actually go down, a little bit here, right there, you can see I'm now going to dig out that, 2 blocks right there. And you can actually increase this pretty, exponentially here up to 8. And then, so on and so forth. But, hit my little hotkey here. Woo. I got to change that around. Let's go ahead and hit Control 1. Doop. And then we are going to go and do sort of, how many do we need? So they can climb, from my experience, they can climb up 1 block and down 1 block. Any more than that, they might get trapped. So we can go with 1 here. There. And we'll see how that works out for us. So someone should go and dig that eventually. Let me take a look at our job list. Miners. Dwarf. They're hauling to a stockpile. So one thing I have not yet figured out is how to like reset their assignments. Items, details. I don't know if there is a way or not. So we can detail look here, see what they're, what's wrong with them. But now you should, I'm assuming once you drop this off, you should then come over here and start digging this out. We really don't need this many people cutting wood. Wood cutting, wood cutting, wood cutting. Why aren't you hauling if that's a higher priority? Which is weird. I'm going to drop you down to 2 on that, just in case I'm wrong with the priority list, which is entirely possible. Chop tree, chop tree. Either that or there's some sort of like haul stockpile. Oh no, we'll have to wait and see. Like right now, who's my miner? Nawaf. Why aren't you hauling? They've probably queued things up. And they're just now waiting for things to get done. So you're hauling, going to haul. Can I reset you? Let's take a look here. Main menu. Oh, no. Yes. Key bindings. Is there a way to reset a character's thing? Increase job priority. No, not really what I want. Hunt. Build. I don't know. If you know, if you're familiar, please let me know in the comment section below. But yeah, I don't know. We should be seeing some... Dwarf should be hauling. Unless it is like... lower is better. You know what, let's put all this back down to 2. And see what that does. Prepare to go to fast speed here. Oh, okay. We got... Someone did do something. Apparently I missed it. Alright, so we got that done. We will need to go down 2. So to cancel an order, by the way, you can initiate it by or left mouse clicking, and then to cancel it, you can just hover over it and hit the right mouse button. Let's go with 2 down. There. So now this one as well as the one below it should be set up to be mined out. Yeah, see, there you go. Excellent. Because we're going to need to make steps. I want to go down 2 levels. Just to make sure that if we dig out over here, we don't like pop out. Our roof doesn't like pop out over here or something. So I think that's fine. Dwarf is getting a drink. Ooh, I was going to see where you were at. Okay, you're going to go hauling, I suppose. And then there, Dwarf. Okay, Big Al is mining. Which is fine. We'll keep that going. You're digging that out. And then this last one is going to be 3 deep. There we go. Now we're built. Now we're digging. You gotta get people inside, indoors. So I could build up outside, but I just like the idea of building into the interior here. All right, so this is a step down, step down, step down, and then this is going to be the opening here. We're going to dig only 2 wide right here. So let's drop down just to see that. Excellent. All right, and we're going to drag, hold the left mouse button and drag up this way. And then we're going to go out this way and do a sort of a 4x4 thing. All right, I want that done first. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set my 1 view to this. And then we're going to go back out. Oops. And keep going back up here. Head back to base. And then set this to my two bookmark. So now we can shift 1, shift 2. Excellent. Well, that's what I like to see. All right, so we're going to go down there. They're going to dig out a little the hole that they can sort of deal with. Now, one thing I don't know, is there deterioration? Doesn't seem to be. I don't see any stats like this is actually deteriorating or anything like that. So, you know, that's good. All right, let's go back down here and see how they're doing. Let me do that because I really don't want them to go crazy. I want this room done first. And I'm going to decrease this priority and just create another room right there. So they'll do this one first, then they'll do that one, and that will be fine. Because what I want to do is I want to queue up a workshop over here, and that is going to be okay. We need natural rocks, slate, limestone. Do we have anything? I mean, we're digging out something. What do we got up here? Mediocre limestone. Yeah, we got some limestone kicking around. But nothing we really have in terms of building material. Why do you have limestone in here? You should have a higher priority. I don't know why the limestone's not being put in the actual area here. It seems a bit weird. But again, it is early access, so some things might just be, you know, that way. Alright, keep on speed here. What are we at? Oh, 25. We need to put in a cut on the video. Oh my goodness. Alright, we are going to go ahead and do that. When we come back, hopefully we'll have these rooms finished. And we'll be able to build our workshop and our research bench. So we're going to go ahead and put a cut in the video. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you're enjoying this series. If you are, please consider hitting that like button, and especially so since this is the first video of the series. It's especially important. And as always, if you want to see more content, I strongly encourage you to subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, we'll see you next time for some more Embark. Bye-bye.